patient already building, and we're only really about 30. These trying to show what they can do. Question is, are they going to be too aggressive, and are we going to have a wild race, or are they going to show professionalism, and we're going to have a really good one?
I think
I
this is
really
going to
don't
be
know
show and
yet.
tell. Honestly, this is what it's going to show who separates the men from the boys. Because the thing about it is once you get, it's easy to do it with 10 cars or 8 cars, but once you get that big pack of 24, it's a totally different ball game. You know as well as I do, the more crowded the racetrack is, the tougher it is to make maneuvers without getting yourself into trouble. But
That's for sure. Well, I see Frank joined the booth now. We might as well try to go ahead and fit this interview in. Checo, you want to go ahead and take over from here?
Yeah, let's talk about the reigning season champ, the defending champ for this year, and also the defending winner of the Talladega season opener race.
Yeah,
Actually, just the Talladega winning race because the season opener was at Daytona, and I sucked those races.
yeah, we're
If
going
we
to
got to
need you
talk
to get
about
that
Frank, we
right
got to talk
tonight.
about me. Just a little bit, but yeah. What are you feeling, Frank? Having to defend this, championship in this long and boring season. How do you feel?
I feel real excited, man. I like competition. That's just how I am, and I think it's going to be pretty stiff this year. I think the Final Four at the end of this year is going to be the pretty good, the best consistent drivers in this thing. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm going to reign it. I'm
Well,
going to try and be the first multi back-to-back champion, and that's what we're shooting for.
And yeah, that's what I was about to touch on there, Frank. That was my question I was about to ask. How do you break the curse? Because it has been a curse for the past 5 seasons. After that winner, we don't see another one.
More dedication and focus into each race as last year. Last year I finished 2 races outside the top 5. This year I don't want to finish any. That's what we're shooting for.
yeah, and that's what I was gonna, kind of touch upon is, throughout most of the season without a win or, a solid spot in the playoffs, did you really feel like, a championship was really possible?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I know I'm a good driver. I'm hardly in any controversy, and I'm fast. It just, and that's what it takes. No enemies. Everybody respects me when they're around me because I show everybody respect, and I'm telling you that pays off. That pays off. Sniper could have been a D head to me last year and bumped me, got me out of the way, but he didn't. I didn't race him like that. He wouldn't race me like that. So
I got a quick
that's what I
question
look
for you.
forward to.
Honestly, out of last season, with racing against you and being a competitor to you instead of being on the outside of last year, I've seen a lot of consistency out of you. And what I mean by this is you weren't getting yourself into trouble, you weren't making enemies out there, you weren't getting involved in a lot of carnage. What's going to
Nope.
be the key to being able to do that this year? You obviously executed it last year, so what's the key to
Just
doing that
be
this year?
me. Just be me. Because I know how to race, and if I make a mistake, it happens. But I mean, like a consistent, I haven't gotten in a problem with anybody in several seasons. It's, and it's just be clean. Be clean and respect everybody. I'll respect you until you start showing me you're not willing to respect me. And then you're gonna have to fight with me all season. If you get on my bad side, I'm gonna be there all season long, bumping you and everything else. So the best thing is just stay off my bumping. Respect me, I respect you. And this season will be great.
Well, Frank, we're definitely looking forward to you racing it up out there, and good luck to you on your second championship run.
And bring it
Yeah, good
home.
luck to you. Huh? What was that noise?
Alrighty.
Yeah, just good
Well,
luck on trying to defend your Talladega win as well.
Right?
You
Right?
want to
Oh man, we
defend, you
got
want to
some really
defend
good
both
heavy
things that
hitters.
you have.
Love it. I do, man.
Yeah,
Eddie,
and
that'd be
as
great.
Frank touched upon just right now, let's go through the lineup because starting on the pole was last week's dual one winner was Death Before Dishonor, but pretty solid dual win. I think he was mid pack most of the race, and he showed his muscles later on in the race, which gave him that win in the dual number one. And blessed that, like I said last week, the 11 was gonna win.
Yeah, we know how biased you are against that, and that 11, he might show a good hand this year, but I really think you're going to have a lot different story in this race. Like I touched on earlier, we have a big pack of cars, and you know how it is whenever it gets crowded out there. You get somebody that you didn't really have your eye on to take the prize. So, who's your dark horse this week? Because we're definitely going to have your dark horse because they can come out of nowhere.
You know, anybody could win a race, but like we said, if you stay within the draft and both, the front pack and the back pack, try to stay together, we could, see a 25 car field, and I just, if it's possible, I'm a pick go pack go. Packers have always been good to me, so I might want to see that 31 in victory lane tonight.
Well, you're picking the 31. I'm going to have to go with somebody that really hasn't even really flexed his muscles yet. And he kind of did that last season a little bit, but he's in a different ride this year, and that's 4x4. I think that 17 is going to be mighty fast, and I think everybody's sleeping on him.
Yep, some good super speedway racing from him last week. I don't want to throw him under the bus, but he ran out of fuel, right? I forgot. Was it 4x4?
I'm not too sure.
Well, I've been running with these guys all week. We had a good practice Friday night. I feel like that 24 car has a good chance of getting in victory lane if his cards lay out right.
Voicing his opinion is one of the drivers in the YouTube chats. SC Motorsports, he's dropping in saying don't sleep on him. Oh, okay. Jinx is also in here saying it's gonna be him.
My very bold prediction for the night, boys, is one of these new guys I think is gonna win this race.
It could possibly very well happen.
That's why I pick go pack go. You pick a new guy, and hey, what if it is?
The old saying is beginner's luck.
First race, first win. That'll be nice.
I think beginner's luck's going to play into this a lot. And not only that, but staying out of the carnage, like we've talked about the past few minutes here. If you can keep yourself out of that big one, and you know that's going to be happening. The big one is the great equalizer in this race. Because you know good and well that once they get 3 and 4 wide, that someone's going to make a mistake. And all it takes is that split-second decision to not go the right way, and you got about 10 guys pissed off at you.
Yeah, but the only thing that's different between this and real life is guess what? There's
It's
no
a
real
vehicle.
damage. You get a little reset. You get to change everything else. You get to fix your tires, do everything else. It's gonna be chilling, but I do understand. The drivers are also gonna be getting angry during every crash, even if it's gonna be a minor coincidence. They get put into the wall just by a little bit. Tempers are gonna flare. Anyway, super speedway racing, mile and a half racing, you go to a short track, especially, I can't wait to see everybody else on a short track. 25 drivers in this race, guys. Well, you guys want to start us off with the lineup? Duke, you want to go to the first row?
First rows on the front row is going to be both of our dual winners from last week. That's going to be Def in the number 77 and Bless Air in the number 11. Them two guys were pretty fast, had pretty fast hot rods last week.
Yeah, filling out the second row is going to be Sniper in the 5 with Colt starting 4th right next to him in that 42 truck or car. Oh.
Frank, you mean? Excuse me.
Yeah, I said Frank.
No, you said
Frankie
Colt.
Ooh.
I got you. I got your back this week. Don't worry.
Hey, this week I'm not gonna say Daytona. I already have that on my
Yeah,
notepad.
we had you at the wrong racetrack last week. You look like Chase Elliott at Bristol.
I think I was in the middle of the infield or something like that.
All right, boys. I hate to cut y'all off, but I'm gonna go get in the chats and get settled in. We got 10 minutes till
All right, buddy.
drivers
Good luck
meeting.
tonight.
All
Yeah,
right, I
I'll be over
appreciate it.
there giving a little bit of a driver's meeting, but we'll finish off the lineup over here real quick. In the third row is Jason starting off fifth in the 4, and Colt in the 3. There's Colt.
Followed by that, it's going to be Jinx in the number 22 and MWR Hellcat in that number 7.
Hey, Jinx has been chiming in since that. He's saying the 22 is back after missing the second half of season 5. So hey, maybe he's gonna have a little bit of momentum. He's been away. He's not been in the car for a long time. But if anybody can get a win in relatively short time, it's probably Jinx.
Yeah, the thing about him, what aggravates me is he'll be away from the season for races at a time and then come back in, and it's like riding a bike to him. And he's never missed a step or a beat. So
nope. Top 5s, wins, anything's really normal to him.
Yeah, I just hope we see him around this season quite a bit other than just a couple races, because he makes it real interesting, and normally he's pretty fast out there in that 22.
Yep. But starting in row 5 in 9th is going to be Loderman in the 45, and right next to him is going to be Chevy in the 8th.
That's my good buddy right there, Chevy Noah. That boy, he put up a heck of a fight last season in round of 16 and round of 12. I believe he made it all the way to the round of 8, if I'm not mistaken. He was pretty fast last year, and I see no different out of him. He's got a different number on the door this week instead of last year in the 99, but I don't think that's going to change much.
Nope, nothing's going to be changing anytime soon because, me and him had a fantastic playoffs. We were racing side by side through Kansas, and it was pretty beautiful points battle between me and him. But luckily, I edged out on top, and he got in because I believe another driver didn't make it. But disregarding that, after them we got Too Good in the 9, following Collins and P12 in the 23.
Followed by them is going to be Hooligan in that number 24, and Roadhogger, my good buddy, in the number 16.
Yep, Hooligan's a rookie, and right behind him is a row of rookies with Crispy Legend in the 19 and Moonshiner in the 18.
And followed by that group of rookies is one veteran and possibly a rookie coming in here. That's Winston in the number 99 and 4x4 in the 17.
Yeah, with Winston last week helping out in duel number 2, I believe. He's the real winner. He backed out, he helped the car that was out of gas, and he pushed him to pit road. So you got to give him a little bit of credit.
Yeah, that was the story of the race right there. I mean, whenever you are nice enough to basically give up your start position in one of the biggest races of the year, starting off on the right foot with some of your competitors, that's the way to show it. And
it was a Lightning McQueen moment. It was beautiful, majestic.
Definitely. And then followed by
After them is going to be SC Motorsports in the 48. He chimed in a little bit ago. Hey, he said don't sleep on him, guys. What if he gets a win tonight? Stage win, the race win, it's going to feel good either way,
I know this is a video game, Checo, but you know how it is. Them Hendrick Chevrolets are mighty fast, and normally it has nothing to do with the equipment. It's got to do with the driver, and as long as he makes the right decisions and makes the right moves, I believe he could come out victorious this afternoon.
Yeah, speaking of Chevys, it's going to be another one right next to him, which is going to be THC in the 62. Let me see if the 62 is around here. I thought it was going to be close. But following them is going to be Dave Ace in the 6 car with my pick to win the race, Go Pack Go in the 31. I'm only saying that because I'm a big Packers fan. I'm from the state. I'm out here repping the green and gold.
Yeah, y'all must be constipated with all that cheese y'all eat.
Nope. We're just so happy with the wins that we take. Hey, we're so young, we're winning always. After them is going to be Yee starting P23 in the 12 with Payne Wicks in the 20 starting P24. And running off the 25 car field is going to be Robert starting 25th in the 2 car. If we have a couple of other drivers show up, Boss to Sauce is in the 38 in 26th place, and 27th is IP peak on you, something like that. I didn't write that one down. Too good said it, but he would be starting 27th in this race.
Well, just a couple of quick notes on tonight. You will have possibly extra drivers that we may not be ready listed, and if we do show up with a few more, it's just going to make that plot thicken even further as far as the race tonight. The more cars that's going to be in here, the more carnage, and the more people you're going to have to navigate and be able to stand in the victory lane for kill switch.
25 drivers. If you manage to stand victorious amongst 25 drivers,
You've earned it.
If it was me, I'd be standing on my chair, throwing my water bottle around, banging my chair, feeling like I'm the man.
Oh yeah, gotta shake that 2-liter around and get the champagne flowing.
Yep, but with it being 5 minutes to go, I will hop over, give the boys their driver's meeting. I will be blue screen for a couple of seconds.
Well, all right,
And
buddy.
yeah, we'll be right back with the race. And
We're gonna go ahead and
yeah,
take a
I
quick
can't
commercial
wait.
break.
25 drivers. Oh man, I can't wait.
Well, we're going to take a break for right now. We'll be back here on the Kill Switch channel in just a few moments after the driver meeting. Usually that don't take but about 10 to 15 minutes tonight. So we're going to see a lot of live action, a lot of fun. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and get on our track map right here. Tonight's race logistics is going to be 94 laps. Tires and fuel is going to be on ×3, which means they are going to have roughly somewhere in the neighborhood of about 14 to 15 laps on a tank of Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear Eagle tires. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, and I will see y'all here very shortly.
What is up, Duke boy? We are back in the mix over here. Pretty difficult doing that, you know? I don't like being race control. Ay, ay, ay. Duke boy, you got a copy?
Yeah, I said
Oh, yeah.
Said when are we ready to slide on in? Because I got a couple of invites from them. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need it on board. I know that he said one of them had it. Do you have any idea which YouTube that is off of there, so I can find it on my phone? I'm not on Discord. No, it's on. I know you're on Facebook. Which one are you in a Kill Switch? Are you on the Kill Switch page on Facebook? Not only that, but we need to go ahead and post on the Kill Switch page on Facebook and a couple others that the broadcast is on. This is why nobody pays attention to it too. Pack attack. Okay. Okay. I'm looking here. Okay, I see it. They're in. It looks like they're about to load in. We need to go ahead. Because I see on his page where it looks like they're on the Talladega. They're starting up.
Alrighty. Yeah, Jinx just texted in the YouTube saying join, so I'm about to
Yep,
join.
green flag is in the air, or not yet. They're under pace laps. That's right. Thank the Lord. I couldn't stand that crap.
Although it's gonna be their second week doing it, it's probably gonna be difficult getting lined up and remembering everybody's starting position, which I'm not gonna blame them for it. It's gonna take a couple of weeks to get used to.
Yeah, I used to run a league that was quite like this, and always started out this way because we always qualified the day before, and normally when you qualify the day before, you got to go into a race and find your position, and normally don't take that long after your second week. It's just the first week, everybody trying to figure out what's going on, and they have a caution already because of it. Someone turned on strict cautions.
Oh, Jinx said don't join. Maybe I'm not joining it.
I think they're leaving.
It looks to be on pit road. It looks to be lagging. Yeah, they're probably just gonna set up a new lobby, try to get it off as quick as possible.
Yeah, they're under caution right now, so that's not gonna work. Yeah, they backed out.
Get a little taste of the preview.
Sorry guys for the technical errors right now. I mean, it's always that way whenever you get a bunch of people together. This game don't always like to be kind to us as far as the online servers.
Yeah,
So,
especially with it being a couple of years old. Not
not
gonna really be nice to us.
usually when you get over 20 cars, it normally makes the server kind of mad.
And we have a caution down to the backstretch. These guys are lagging, so we're gonna be waiting for a new lobby to be starting up. Once we know that that one's up, then we'll be viewing some great racing. Yes, I got Jinx's message saying, "Don't join." Lobby is probably getting made. Look at all these cars down the front stretch of Talladega. We're gonna have another lobby set up, so once we're able to join that, we will.
Yeah, they're still gathering the field. Looks like they're on the lobby right now. Almost everybody's in there, so we will be getting ready to start again here very, very shortly.
Yeah, we're about to get ready for this.
Crank it up.
I'm about to send this to the Facebook stuffs. I have a message saying for us to join. I'm not sure if we can, but she gets to join, so I will join.
On my way. I wonder what fuel strategy is going to look like for tonight. Do you have any ideas? Is it somewhere in the neighborhood about 15, 16 laps? What do you think?
I forgot all about the how much you get to a gallon and stuff like that. But hey, I'm gonna get you a little secret, right? It was season 4, I believe, and I know these cars don't run the same that they used to run in season 4, or which was the Gen 6 cars. But a strategy that I was able to pull off for the win was at the end of stage 2, you know how you have to start pitting and stuff like that. Well, a lot of people didn't take tires, But you know, when it comes to stage break, you'll take tires. What I did was I took tires at like the end of the stage break. Well, before the caution came out, you know, on the last pit stop, which
Mm-hmm.
gave me the lead because I didn't have to take any tires. And from then on, I stayed in the lead and I won the race. So it's kind of up to them if they want to take tires here, take fuel there. You know, they got to prioritize something at this racetrack.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the right sides are going to be the first ones to go. So most of the time, they're going to change rights, and the lefts normally can go about 2 fuel runs. That's usually about what I've gathered with these cars.
I just sent this to the NASCAR Heat 5 community. First time in the booth. Yeah, it's going to be...
There's your
Honestly,
front
this
row
is my
right
first
there.
season in the booth, so this is going to be an exciting season. I'm ready to learn how to speak in the booth, how to call races, how to change
Pace
camera
laps is
angles.
coming through turn 3 and 4. Your front row right there is going to be the 77 and number 11. Your last week dual winners. Pit road speed is 55 miles an hour, and you must signal down the back straightaway and let everybody know that you're coming. Another thing, pace speed for tonight is going to be 80 miles an hour, so whenever the drivers have a trouble caution, that's exactly the speed that they're going to have to attend to. As they approach the Geico restart zone.
That was a beautiful way that they have lined up. This only being their second week on doing it, it was pretty nice thing to see.
As they approach the Geico restart zone, American Ethanol green flag is in the air for race 1 of the Kill Switch Racing Series for the NASCAR Cup Series. As they go off into turn number 1.
Season 6 opener right here. As we're on board with Cold Spaces as he looks to have gone to the inside line starting on the outside row.
Yeah, that outside line deformed real quick and jumped down to the bottom. Looks like everybody's trying to find their positions where they want to run. We got 94 laps for this whole entire event. 3 stages, I believe, and stage points will be awarded at the end of each stage as well.
So as we see behind the leaders, everybody's, you know, single file pretty much. Do you think that it's going to... as we see a little bit of contact that forced a couple of drivers to go out wide. Do you think it's going to be single file throughout the most race, or do you think we're going to see some aggression?
I think early on, I think we're going to see a lot of guys getting in a group where basically they want to run with their friends and they're going to run with somebody that they're normally pretty okay with, and what I mean is comfortable with. So you're going to get a bunch of groups that get together and get spread out, and once they get spread out, they'll probably be just fine.
Ooh, 45 looked to have gotten out of line. Maybe he got pushed out. Nobody's gonna go with him. It's gonna suck on the restarts because I feel like everybody's gonna shoot for the bottom, and most of the race is gonna be on the bottom. I can't wait to see when we're gonna start picking up on some 2 wide or 3 wide action. I feel like we got a good group of guys who can pull off some good 3 wide moves or some 2 wide moves. But I feel like right now with everybody single filed, everybody's trying to get a feel for who's in front of them, who's behind them. You know, with it being everybody's first, well, not everybody's, you know, a whole bunch of drivers in the field. It's going to be their first season here in Kill Switch. They don't know a lot of the other drivers. Like Frank doesn't know who Loderman is. You know, they haven't raced a lot during this off season. We really haven't been, you know, shouting us out as a whole group in the NASCAR Heat 5 community, which I think we should be. I feel like we got a good group of guys with, like, you see right here, 25 guys starting off at Talladega. It's just pretty nice to see as we have the 45 and the 22 looking to make that high side form up just a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of go whether or not, and early on, like I said, you're going to find a lot of people trying to find their spot. What I mean by that is they're going to find out where they're comfortable running. It's too early to be making bold moves where you want to try to run up and see what you have. Want to get the tires warmed up, get everybody up to speed, because these taper spacer motors, they normally take about a lap and a half to get up to full song. Right off the bat, you see the conveyor belt of these cars taking place up front. Everybody minding their P's and Q's. Not much action for right this minute. And it looks like...
Let's get a little bit of the running lineup right now as we have Death Before Dishonor in the 77 with Sniper right behind him and P2 pushing him. Colt looked to be strong in this race. He's already up to P3 right now as he looks to shoot on the bottom of Sniper. Maybe he was there, maybe he wasn't. With 4th spot filling out in the 4 car with Jason behind the wheel, and the 11th right there in 5th spot. You know, how would you try to picture out this race if you were in the lead of the race? Do you want to stay there, or do you want to back out and try to have a feel for the pack since this is the first stage?
Well, I mean, if you're up front, I would kind of just stay where I'm at because the moment you move out of line, you're going to be back there in the eye of the storm, and it's going to take a while to get back up to the front. These cars ain't like what last season or previous years were, where you could drop back and kind of mind your manners, and then whenever it was time to go race, go back up there and slice through the field. It takes a lot of group effort and takes everybody pulling the rope in the same direction to get back towards the front.
Yeah, with these cars being just so different from the Gen 6 cars, it's just a little bit more difficult to push each other and really use that draft, like you said, because right now, as we're watching the 31, he's just kind of losing time to the pack.
See a few veterans ganging up on the outside. Look at them. You got all your past veterans up there on the outside. You got 42, 9, 22, and that 62 back there. I believe I can't remember exactly who that is in that car. THC, excuse me.
I want to get on board with one of these boys in the back. I want to see how it looks. Going through onboard cams. They're fighting a little bit back here. Not trying to push the 20 car. It looks to be the 12 and the 17 just moving along on the outside. Or Winston in the 99 back there. On board with one of the veterans, as you were talking about, Jinx. He was on the outside lane. I seen it for a little bit. It was Frank, Too Good, Jinx. You had the 45 on the outside. Ooh, the 42 looked to have been...
Yeah, Frank got shuffled out just a tad bit on that.
I mean,
and found a
what do you
spot in
expect
line.
on an old game, and it's not really a simulation. It's going to be a little bit of touching here and there when you don't want it to be. And as we've seen right there, Frank probably already knows that it wasn't an intentional hit, but since it's the way the game goes, he just kind of got shuffled out.
Yeah, there's a angry pack behind them, and I don't know. I have kind of lost touch with them, but it looks like they're just chilling because I don't think they want to be up there in that big pack just quite yet.
Going to 2 lanes to just 1 predominant lane right now. The bottom one is just, it's probably the most used lane for right now. It's probably like the furthest lane on the highway with all the slow drivers when I have to get to work. I try speeding, hey, I shouldn't say this online, but I try speeding to get to work, and all these slow drivers in the fast lane, and it's just, what the heck, man?
Yeah, you got a good group back here, very far back. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars back here. They're about 3 to 4 seconds off the leaders. I think they're just going to stay grouped together, and I don't think they got the memo that they were supposed to stay up near the pack.
Hey, with pit stops playing a huge factor, and a lot of people being able to group up with each other, I feel like it's maybe a strategy call. Maybe some of these guys already know each other. Like I said, some of these guys are rookies. Maybe they know each other from previous leagues and stuff like that. And what if they want to group up and help each other get to the lead? If it's a group of 10 cars and they're all running the bottom lane, look at the front guys. That's what they're doing. If they're able to do the same thing, they're gonna gain time.
Yep, and it looks like the front is getting jumbled up
I
big
see the
time.
group of guys that you see over here. You got the 12 car of Yee, I believe it is. Yep, and then the 6 car of Dave Ace with Payne in the 20
The front
car.
pack is getting wild. They are 4 wide right now, 3 wide with Jinx and the 77. Excuse me. They were for a split second. Now they are back double wide. They were getting jumbled up. And it looks like the 3 hasn't found him a spot just quite yet. Up there on the outside.
With the leaders, I have to see what you are, referring to.
And And the 3 found him a nice little hole back there in the line. The 45 is the next one to try to find him a spot. Because if you lose that draft, you will lose about 10 to 15 miles an hour. And it'll be like putting a big old parachute out behind you. You're basically going to be going nowhere.
No, definitely, especially with him being the only one on the outside lane. Like, look at Frank right now in the 42. Oh, he looked to have tried to go in front of the 77, but I don't think he tried to time it out. Just fine.
Yeah, the best way I always ran these places, Checo, once you get a line like that that's on your inside, just mind your manners, wait until everybody passes you, and then get back in line is the best way to do it, unless you can chancely stick your nose in a spot where it doesn't belong and someone kindly backs out of the throttle.
If Sniper and the whole field did what I think they're doing, I feel like pit stops are coming up soon.
Well, it's been about 10 laps, so
I'm not sure if that was
pit
them
road.
signaling. And yep, there's a whole bunch of cars coming down.
Everyone coming down pit road. Got
Everybody
5.
trying to get back down to 55 miles per hour, not trying to speed down the pit lane. Oh, we had a whole bunch of cars doing that.
Pit road is rush hour traffic right now, and we got the 19, 7, 16, 77, 22.
Oh, and the 3's backwards.
He's doing some impressive driving right there coming to pit road. He's doing some Kyle Busch accident. Yeah, the game doesn't really do us a lot of justice on pit road. It looks like everybody's trying to kill one another on them, but I promise you they're all straight and normal as the 20 collides into 77.
Yeah, a whole bunch of damage has just been given out. As we're on board with Sniper.
Coming out of pit road, looks like the number 3 is going to win it.
The 3 and the 19 are right in front of the 5 car. Hey.
Bass Pros is happy.
On my screen, it looked like he was about to spin out.
They're all coming off of pit road, 11 and 5, and then you got the 77, or the 7, excuse me, and then the 77, and the 9 of Too Good, 22 of Jinx, as they get back onto the Super Speedway back straightaway, as named the Alabama Super Stretch.
And you just gotta hope that if you're Colt and Crispy up there, you just wanna be able to, you know, sit your ass right in front of the group of cars that are coming, because if you look right behind them, there's the 11, the 5, the 7 who's looking to make a move with the 77, the 9, the 22, and the 60. Yo, everybody who was behind the 11 and the 5, they went up.
Yeah.
They made that high line work right now.
Well, when you know you got a guy that's got a lot of fast race cars with you, normally you hang the fast guy out. Now, that ain't normally the nice way to doing it, but
the inside of the 16, which was pushing the 22, I thought they were going to have a line formed up on the high side, but let's go back down. Nope, they're forming up right back up again. The 70 or the 7 and the 77 taking charge of that high line though, with the 11 squeezing in. Ooh, he took the spot of the 4.
Trying to get there myself. There's so many cars.
The 19 right there in the lead. He's swallowed up by the 7 and the 77, followed by the 22 and the 16, presumably 4th. He's fighting for 4th right now. Yep, he just took 4th. He's looking to go on the inside of the 22. 2 by 2 right there for the lead. Everything looked to have been calming down, but hey, 2 wide action right now. I'm not gonna be complaining.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in the group that you're in right now. It looks like the lead pack up here. They're trying to make something happen.
Moonshiner is gonna be probably the second car to be a lap, or the first car to be a lap down, and I forgot who was the other car over there, but he got swallowed up in the pack. So keep your eye out. There's somebody fighting for the lead lap spot, you know? Lucky
Yep.
dog.
Lucky dog. You don't need credit. All you need is errands to get that spot back. You know, 1 lap down. Normally ain't too bad at Talladega. It's whenever you go multiple that kind of put the nail in the coffin for you. Because 1 lap, normally you can get it back with a wave around or lucky dog position. Normally you can get control back of your race. Anything more than that, normally you're pretty much in the doghouse, and most likely you're not going to make it up.
Especially at a track like this, ooh, with not many cars. even last week, we had no cautions throughout both duels. If you exclude the stage breaks, we had no cautions. And if there's let's say 2 or 3 cars laps down, they gotta hope that nobody else gets a lap down because there's already 2 stage breaks and that's already 2 people getting their laps back. So they gotta kind of hope that either A, there's a caution, or B, they're able to get it while the leaders are on pit road and something majestic happens, You gotta pray.
Yep, right now your leader looks to be that number 7 of Hellcat. He looks like he's in the catbird seat and happy, being pushed by that number 16 in second place, Roadhogger, along with the 77 in your third place position, followed by Jinx in the 22 and fourth, and the number 19 as well. Crispy, excuse me. Your lead pack is probably traveling well over about 195 to 200 miles an hour. Normally, these cars aren't like what last year's cars as we beat into the ground. They have a lot more drag on them, so that's going to hold them back, and they have a little less horsepower than what the last car has as well. Well, as the conveyor belt forms and is staying formed down there for that lead pack, should go ahead and see what that backpack and the people that got separated from this lead pack are doing. Can't really find them at the moment. Oh, here we are. Looks like we got a 48 back here with a 24, 45, and 17, I believe. I think 4x4 is the one that's leading that pack way back there. It doesn't look like the 24 is too content running where he is.
It is the first stage, and people are gonna want to get the extra playoff point. Like we said in the pre-race, playoff points don't come easy. If you get one, it may help or end your season. It's going to be difficult to move on in the next rounds because I remember when I had to battle Chevy for, I believe it was the round of 12 to get into the round of 8. We were like neck and neck on points, and it was stressful. If I would have been able to get a couple more playoff points throughout the regular season, it would have been a little easier on my part, but I wasn't able to capitalize on anything like that. And like I said, 1 point. It may seem like it's just 1 point, but it's a lot.
Really you know how it is. The playoff points are gold. Man, there were several incidences last year where two guys were separated by 1 to 2 points. So whenever it comes down to crunch time, whenever we get into the actual round of 16, it's going to be a dogfight if you ain't got none of those. It's going to be a rough road to hoe because telling you, one mistake, one race where you lag out, or it just doesn't go your way, and you could be on the outside looking in.
Yeah, and right now everybody's battling for that first ticket into the playoffs. With I believe the 7. Yep, the 7 is still in the lead right now. He's leading the first group of pack, which is about 12 cars deep, and that's pretty good,
Yeah, I think those guys back there really decided early on that they didn't want to fight.
Frame. He's still right in that bottom lane. That's pretty good. Nobody got LePage, so that's pretty good.
We got the number 99 up there. Looks like he's going to go a lap down here to our race leader, Hellcat. Remember, Checo, we talked about it in the pre-race show quite a bit. Pointed it out. Pit road is going to be a big deal, and it looks like we got a bunch of guys flashing down like they're going to go again. But if you do not get on and off pit road like you're supposed to, you will be left behind as they get double filed.
Yeah, try coming down pit road without your group of guys, and as we see Roadhogger trying to ease his way onto pit road, maybe he's sped. I believe he's sped. I feel like he got off of the racing line a little bit too late.
Well, we'll see, because he had a pretty good lead coming on pit road.
As we have a couple more guys coming into pit road, the 17, the 48, the 24, And the 31 of Go Pack Go, which is my prediction to win the race. He's right there in pit road. They're all making some adjustments. I believe that is the 5 on the pit road as well.
24 hit pit road as well. 48,
Yep,
17.
the 5, the 9, the 3, the 42. A couple other guys that hit
3
pit
as
road.
well. And we got Frank and Too Good coming off of pit road, followed by,
If
you are
I'm not
correct.
mistaken, the 20 is going to be the first one that came off of pit road because he was in frame and he stood on the bottom lane. So I think he was the first one to be able to enter and exit pit road. Maybe strategies are playing a factor. But it was only the 20 car, so maybe not a big deal as we see on board with the 20, a huge group of cars. Maybe he got his lap back.
Yeah, I
strategy
mean,
is
pit
playing a
road
factor.
speed, maybe if he didn't go pit road yet, yeah, possibly. But you know how
As we
that stuff
see here,
cycles
he's going
out.
to be passing the 8, the 31, and I believe that is the 3 car. Oh, I think Cole got a penalty when he had to pit.
Either that or a lot of guys, like we were talking about earlier with strategy, you can go from 2 to 4 on a set of tires. Every other run, you're going to be taking 4 tires, so most likely he probably took 4 that last stop and took 2 on a previous.
Couple more guys coming into the pit road is going to be the 4 of Jason, the 7 of Hellcat, 22 of Jinx, and the 77 of Death Before Dishonor. I'm not sure if anybody behind him. Nope, nobody behind him. 12 of Yee is also in pit road.
Yep, and
That is the 6 of Dave Ace. He's also on pit road, so everybody's making their pit stops here. Another car entering pit road. I'm not sure who that is, but Sniper looks to be out by himself. Oh, it's Loaderman. I believe that's going to be the 16 that's coming into pit road right now. The 2 of Roberts also coming into pit road. A couple other guys lagging.
Collins looked like
Not
he hit
lagging,
pit
but
road as well.
with everybody being invisible, everybody's coming out of pit road at the same time.
It looks like right now, I'm not sure. I don't think Colt's the leader of this. No. I'm trying to think. The 77 and the 4 might be. Yep, we got a lot of guys spread out, a lot of mistakes on pit road, and a lot of different strategies. So this is going to make this race good.
I'm not sure who's in the lead right now.
I have no idea where they're at. So, I think it's the 62. I think he's possibly the leader, maybe. I don't know.
Let me
No.
check real quick.
It's whoever's in front of Roadhogger. Because Roadhogger came on pit road, he was the leader coming in. And then there's like a bunch of them behind him. They got in front of him. I think it was like 3 or 4 cars. $18 looks to be slow on the inside wall down there.
If this is up to date, the leader of the race is going to be the 11 car right now.
Okay, he just came on pit road, so
Oh wow, he just came off of pit road. He's swallowed up by the 12 cars. He's in frame right now. Yeah, as I'm looking on the stream of Go Pack Go, the 11 looks to be in the lead.
for a moment as the 4 overtakes him. Coming down the back straight away. Yes. It looks like they'll go ahead and pass him.
Yep, the 4 is going to assume the lead of this race. He's going to assume the point. Let's get to his onboard cam real quick. Here we go.
Yeah, got
We
a lot
have
of guys
the 4
spread out
and the
right now.
77. Top 3 is in frame right now with the 4 of Jason. Second is going to be Death Before Dishonor, and 11 in third, which behind the wheel of the 11 is Blessed Arrow. Which he said, oh, we had the 18 up to shit up a little bit. Not sure.
We'll have a lot better angle of getting the line up once the stage is over, and I think that's coming very here shortly. I think 94 laps. I want to say each stage is broken into by about 30 to 35 laps, I would think.
No, because they're coming to 3 laps to go. I believe this is 2 laps remaining in the stage.
Okay.
Which they're looking to swallow up the 12 car VE and get him a lap down. There's gonna be a lot of cars a lap down, and like I said earlier, it's gonna be difficult trying to get your lap back. If
I was one of them guys back there that's a lap down, I would go ahead and hit pit road. I know it sounds crazy, but get you a splash of gas to make it to the end, and hopefully don't go another lap down, and take the wave around whenever you come out. Or whenever they go to the stage. 2 laps
remaining here in stage number 1. We have the 4. Oh, we have the 4 being swallowed up by death before the Sounder right there on the high side. The 11 right behind the 77. The 11 looks to want to make a pass and try to get up into the lead.
Right you are, and he has got the lead right now, followed by the number 11, who was our race winner of duel number 2, I believe it was, or 1, excuse me. It looks like he has a legitimate shot at winning stage number 1. Yeah, it looks like your 2 guys that were fast in both heat duels, excuse me, are battling it out for the stage win, followed by the 4 as they go 3 wide for the lead. It looks like down the back straightaway, and the number 2 is going to be a lap car kind of in the way here. He's going to have to find him a home very shortly, because these guys are coming at him at 190, 195, while he's out there doing 180.
A little push in 7. I think this is going to be the white flag.
4 is going to use that car as a pick. And the 4 car is going to use him.
To the inside of the 2. Nobody's going to try to go onto the outside.
And I believe the 4 car is going to win your stage of Jason. Oh, there they go.
Stage coming to an end right there. I believe it was the 4 car winning it, or the 77?
The 4 car.
4 car getting a extra playoff point.
Stage 1 in the books. Jason and that number 4, Stuart Haas Ford. Looks like he's got your first stage point out of the year as far as regular season.
10 regular season points and 1 extra playoff point. Let's see how that's going to come to a factor when the playoffs start, you know?
Oh yeah, you know that's what we do this for, is points. Without them, there's literally no point.
Wow, they're coming through the gears, about to enter turn 1. Oh, the 17 up there looks to have jumped out into the front of the 7, or of the 4 car with the help of the 7 car.
That is the 4x4 with Jason peeking on the outside with the number 11 coming along with him. That outside freight train looks like they are getting it chugging along here.
I believe this is going to be a different race than stage 1, because remember, in stage 1 everybody was under manual caution, and you know, everybody was trying to get lined up, but now everybody's already got into their, you know, spots, and now we're just racing.
Yeah, you know, both plate races last year in the regular Cup Series, stage 2 was the big stage, because that's when a lot of cars got 3 and 4 wide. As the 11 car looks like he got in a little bit of trouble against that safer barrier.
It looks to be 3 wide back there with the, I think that's 3 car. I had the 42 car and the 11 car was all 3 wide, but yep. Oh, all right there, congested. Oh, as we have another 3 wide.
They are everywhere.
I was driving. If you wish I was driving, no. It's better off. I'm in the booth right now, and I get to see all the action. Me racing, I'm just gonna win all the races. Psych. It was awesome racing.
Our leader and winner of stage number 1 has fallen all the way to the back of the pack in that number 4. How quickly you come from hero to zero, he sees a picture of that real fast.
Hey, maybe he's just planning it out. He's getting a feel for the field. Maybe he's one of the drivers who's able to go from the back to the front. As we seen, last week in the dual race, I feel like he was in the back of the race most of stage 1. And then when it came to the final stage, he was really up there trying to, fight for the lead. Oh, as we get a little bit of pushing and shoving going on. 3 wide back here with 2 good into the wall. Just by a little bit, not losing that much speed. Both packs are still within fighting distance with each other if they can just get lined up. 2 good had space to go.
Oh, we got a dangerous situation right there with 11 and 8. Looks like they made slight contact in between them, going 3 wide into the corner there with a 17 and a 12. It looks like they all sorted out just a slight bit.
I could have my suit on. I could wear it right now. My Denny suit on, my helmet. Calling the race as the driver.
Yeah, you're not getting many fans that way by doing that.
Oh yeah, we are. We're gonna go famous. Oh, and the 9 almost swiped up on the field. Hey, every time you enter really, really shallow on that apron, you're gonna be pretty much lucky that you didn't just wreck the whole field. Cause from my experience, every time you get onto that apron, your car gets slick as all, ice and stuff like that, and boom. You're into a couple of other cars, and they're really mad at you.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about that at the beginning of the event, neither. Them double yellow lines down there, if you go below that to make a pass and you advance your position, you will be answered to a black flag, which is a pass-through penalty. So,
yep, and we almost had a pass-through penalty with the 16 if he would have passed the 11 car right there, but he backed off, got back in line, and we resumed racing, which is pretty cool with these group of guys. They know the rules. They know how to race with good, clean etiquette. And we're going to have 2 good lines. As we see, the second group, they're side by side with each other, which they should be, in a single file line as to where the first group should be fighting each other.
Yep, the lead packers done separated themselves by about a second and a half over that person who's leading on the inside. And I believe that's too good in that number 9 Napa Chevrolet. Looks like them guys didn't get the same memo as the top 10. Run single file, you go faster. Run double wide, and a lot of times you don't pick up the speed that them guys are. As we get a little bit of action, looks like from 6 on back. 45 gets a little congested with a 24. As they single file it back out.
To the inside of the 17. No foul play right here. Nobody got Nobody got into it.
Yeah, the 3 wasn't quite clear to 24 just yet.
Shaking bake back there, a little bit of people shaking. I'm not sure if this is them signaling for pit stops, but maybe we could see pit stops coming in.
I don't think so. I think the pits are going to be about 10 to 12 laps. I think that's what I gathered out of the last time because I was marking them down as they were running the laps, and it seems like about 10 to 15.
Yep, as nobody's going on the pit road right now. Yeah, we're not really talking about how these cars are, and it's kind of difficult how to explain how different these ones are to the old ones. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
I'll tell you this much: it's like driving a pickup truck versus a Camaro that's on your street. Pickup truck's going to have a lot of drag, it's not going to be very good error-wise, and that's basically the way these new cars are. As soon as you are by yourself out there, the car hits almost like a wall of air, as you would say, and when it does that, it creates a lot of drag.
I believe that has everything to do with the body being symmetrical, with it being the first year, and, the cars are just going to be similar. Nobody can tweak it, and if you tweak it, you get a 1,000-point penalty and $400 million, dollar penalty. It's kind of difficult to bend the rules nowadays. But I feel like it's a lot to do with this, symmetrical body. And how we had the Twisted Sister and all those other cars. They were fast as they were.
Yeah,
especially
that's because you were able to mess with them.
Under the hood.
These cars, a lot of the people misunderstood this. A lot of the owners went to NASCAR and asked for the cars to be a lot more level, and when you get that you may not always get what you ask for, and all of them are pretty much the same race cars, so it's not about who has the fastest race car. It's about who's the best driver.
I just miss the days of innovation where people would bend the rules and, bend a piece of sheet metal here or there.
Oh yeah, craftsmanship has kind of definitely gone away from the sport. You don't really have guys messing with stuff, and if you do, NASCAR has pretty much dropped the hammer on every single one of them that has done it.
I'm not sure if you can see from the view of what I'm seeing, but that pack in the back is lining up, really, really scary, because if all of them manage to line up, they can potentially pass this group of cars in the front. Let's try to get a camera angle of the people in the back here. Yep, here we go. We have the 9, the 11, the 48, the 31, the 42, followed by the 22, the 16. After the 16 will be the 6 car, followed by Collins and the 23, and Moonshine rounding out that second group. So if they manage to stay in a line, I feel like they're able to pass that first group of cars. I don't doubt it. These guys have a couple of good veterans in the mix, with 2 good leading it. Frank right there in 4th, and right behind Frank is Jinx, and it's just a lot of brain meat right there. It's a lot of brain smarts right here in this pack.
Checo, with that 7 car being out front as much as he has been, I'm going to see that as a disadvantage. When you're out front, you burn the most fuel, because the thing about it is everybody behind you is normally running about quarter to half throttle. When you're out front like that, you burn a lot more fuel, because the thing about it is, like we said earlier, your car's pushing the air for everybody else. So he's done that in both stages early on, and I don't think it's going to pay off for him, because he's going to have to pit a lot sooner than the guys behind him.
Well, right here we're focused on Sniper, because the back group of cars is gonna catch up to him and pass him right now, but I feel like he's gonna be helping him out and try to push up, as we see.
Oh my goodness, this is a big pack. 48's way low. Will he be able to make it up?
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna be seeing pit stops here soon.
48 is something's amiss with that number, Ally 48 Chevrolet.
The 77 coming down the pit road, followed by the 7, the 17,
yeah, everybody's coming
to pit. 19, the 3. So both Bass Pro Motorsport cars coming into pit road, followed with
our race
there's a lot
leader.
of cars to call. There's the 42 of Frank, the 23 of Collins, 5 Sniper, 22 of Jinx, the 16 of Roadhogger, the 8 of Chevy, 31 of Go Pack Go.
And the 2 of Robert's the first car to drop out of the race. It looks like he's been on pit road the entire second stage, so he is out of the race for right now.
Who was that, Robert?
Yes, sir. And that number 2 discount Ford.
Lone motor. Sad to see it happen in the beginning stages of the race.
Yeah.
You always want to try to fight for that elusive win. Try to get your first spot in the playoffs solidified, and
Let's see how they shake this out coming off of pit road. It looks like that number 77 of Death
also coming down the pit road right now.
Is got the lead coming off.
Car, as long as the 18, I have pork chops. Pork chops are so good, guys. Just eat some pork chops with some mac and cheese, with some mashed potatoes.
Not just any mac and cheese. You gotta go with Velveeta, man. That's good stuff right there.
I think that is Velveeta. I'm not sure which one I have there. We got Chevy leading this first group of cars. But, never mind. It's gonna be the 24 leading the second pack, with Chevy right behind him, and Too Good, Sniper, and Jinx ending out that little group of 5.
They're spread back out because of pit stops, like it was in the first stage. You're gonna get these groups that come into pit road. Somebody's gonna slip and speed, or you got different various in pit strategy as well. What do you take? 2 tires or 4 to get you to the next point in your fuel strategy. So you're gonna have a lot of guys taking 2, and you're gonna have a lot of guys taking 4. Me personally, as a driver, whenever I ran these places, I never like to bank on 2 tires. I always like to go ahead and take 4. as we look like we had some contact way back in the pack. A lot of drivers look like they got involved. And it looks like they shake it on out. And we have a lot of cars on pit road again, still.
Yep, the 20 has the lead for right now, but I think he's getting passed off of pit road right now as we speak. With this group of cars, I feel like this is a group of 6 cars. We have the 77-3 and the 16 that all just passed the 20 car, with the 77 in the lead of the race. Oh, the 3 looked to have went low. Maybe he made a pass under the line. I have to look at the replay on my side, but I was, trying to get the lap count and see who the leader was.
Yeah, he keeps tapping that yellow line, and you know how that gets. You go to messing with it.
He was already in front of the 16. Well, I thought
he's already in front
of the 16, and he was already in front of him. So that's on me, Cole. I didn't mean to make you look bad on stream, buddy. That's on me. No, I thought he passed Roadhogger under the yellow. That's on me.
Yeah, he'll let you know about it too. You know it.
Yeah, he's gonna talk to me after the stream and say, "Why'd you say that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's my fault."
Oh, that was a little low coming off that corner that time.
On board of Roadhogger right here, right behind that tractor, boat, and off-road car. I thought he was going to change his name, and I'm so glad that he didn't, because we would have to call him something completely different. And I'm so glad we don't have to. But tonight, it's going to be Cold Spacious, as it is. Right here on board with 17 right here at the back of the first group of cars. I'm not sure if anybody here is a lap down or anybody in the back is a lap down, but I know that there's a couple of cars a lap down.
Well, right now I believe the 77, or not 77, but who the heck is that? I just seen him. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, 77's in the lead, followed by Colt, and then we have Roadhogger right behind him with Crispy Legend. We have both both Bass Pro Shop cars right there in the top 5.
And it looks like everybody basically is single file, basically what it was in the first stage.
Okay,
Everybody
right
got in their groups. And
6 is going to round off with 4x4. So, looks to be a good group of 6 cars right here battling out for stage number 2. And I think this is going to be a shorter stage than stage 1, if I'm not mistaken, because last week for the duels, I do believe stage 2 was shorter, right? For both races?
If I'm not mistaken, it was. Because I believe it's like, I want to say the first stage is 35, and I think the second one's like 30, and then the last one, no, it couldn't be that way. I think they're both like 24 to 25 laps, and then it's like a 60 lap or something like that.
No, I think you're on the right track. They could be 30 each, around there, 35, 30, because then the remaining 60 laps could be in stage number 2. So I feel like you're on the right track right there. As we have the 17 looking on to the outside of the 7 car. Let's see everywhere else. Let's see.
They're everywhere. So, I mean, like I was trying to say a while ago, is everybody's basically done what they did last stage, and they found their group and they're staying with them and trying to mow the lead down. And
yeah,
once
a couple of these cars have been seen together in other stages and stuff like that. As we still have this big group of cars with the 22 leading it, with the 5, the 9, the 11, the 45, or the 8, the 45. Oh no, that 8, that's not the 8, that's the 11. Yeah, 45, 24, and the 8. I seen the 8 somewhere around there. What group are they in front of? There's another group. Oh no! How many groups are there?
It looks like there's 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So, after that big group with Jinx and them, there's another group with the
11, 45, and 24.
No, that's the same group. The other group is going to be with 6,
62, and 4.
4, 20, and the 99. So we have a couple of groups back here, you know?
Yep, and as I said earlier, we only have one car that's out of the race at this moment, and that was the number 2 discount Ford. Excuse me. I'm still not used to that.
Dodge in the sports, don't we?
Oh man, we do. It's kind of
Dodge
been a
used to
sad
have
day.
nice looking cars. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that number 2 of Robert, he made an early exit. Don't know what was amiss with that, but we'll probably find out next week.
Maybe we're gonna chat with him after the race and see what he was dealing with in the car, because hey, a lot of blown motors can happen over here in super speedways. A lot of times it happens with Kyle Larson at these places, Daytona especially.
Yeah, but that was self-inflicted.
Unlucky.
Both of those were self-inflicted, and last year, or whenever they had both of those incidents, they forgot to remove the block plate that normally sits in between the radiator and the grill. So that was the reason behind that. Whenever you leave that block plate there, there's no way for air to get in the radiator, which makes engine overheat, and kaboom, your chances is over. It don't matter if it's a Ford, Toyota, or a Chevy. You have no air and the engine gets hot, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah. Especially if you don't got no oil in the car. If it doesn't have any oil, yep, it's gonna explode.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's every car too. Like the 99 hit pit road early on. He's by himself. I believe that's a lap
A couple
car.
of these boys want to hit some strategies. Hey, what if somebody was listening to me on stream and they want to take a couple of tires before it's all said and done, set themselves up?
There's going to be quite a few cars coming to pit road. Just seen a few of them on my onboard here duck below that line. The signal that they're coming to pit road. And I believe it was the number 62, I believe it was.
Couple of these cars coming out, which looks to be the 4, and I couldn't see because it just came out of frame. I'll have to back up. But this lead group of cars is looking to be strong. I'm not sure if they're going to be pitting right here. Maybe.
They just signaled.
Yep, a couple of them are signaling. All of them are signaling.
Definitely know the 77, the 3, and the 19 are coming in, along with the 16. I don't know about the 7 or the 17.
Cars at least coming into pit road.
These will be your race leaders. Here they come. Yep. And it looks like the 7 said no and the 17 said no.
Ooh, a little bit of contact with the 3 and the 77, but they're all coming down, trying to get down to 55 miles an hour. So nobody's going to be at fault. And a whole bunch of other cars with the
Sniper.
5, the 9, the 22, and the 24 all coming down pit road, trying to make little adjustments here and there, trying to get probably tire pressures up, trying to change some tires. Hey, maybe somebody's going to take 2 tires and try to get in front of the, other person. Who knows?
Yeah.
What would you do right here in stage 2?
I think this is the portion where they already took their 2 tires. If you were smart, the first stop I would have took my 4, and this stop I would have took 2 and a can, because that's about all you need to get to the end.
Hopefully, let's see if these drivers have what it takes to be able to win the stage here. And my good guess is Cole right now. He's been strong this whole stage, right there, staying in the top 3 right now. He's falling back. He was in second spot, but coming out of pit road, you're not always giving your spot back. Sometimes your pit. Sometimes your pit crew is not gonna be as quick as the other guys, and as we see right here, prime example, 16 just jumped the 3 on pit road.
And a lot of times, too, it has to do with how much damage you've occurred out there bump drafting, and also what kind of incidents you've been in. So if your car has damage, it's going to take that much longer getting off pit road. Also, it adds seconds to the pit stop as well for each and every adjustment you make. So if you're making air pressure or track bar, it's going to take that extra little bit of time to put the adjustments in the race car as well.
Your race leader, the 11, is coming down pit road right now. Let's see if anything changes right here in the lineup. He's coming down pit road really late, so maybe the 77 is going to assume the position of the lead again. On board with 311.
I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back.
You heard right there. He's gonna take a real quick break, so I'm gonna talk you guys through this. Maybe just leave you guys and let you guys hear all the gears of the car as we go hit the kill switch with Kill Switch Racing. Here we go. Listen to the engines roar. Flipping back the kill switch, coming back to, you know, your regular commentary. Yeah, you seen the 20 kind of spin around there, having a little bit of troubles. Not sure what happened. He's coming down pit road right now. Maybe he missed pit road and he was trying to come back down it. Who knows? Maybe he just spun out and he took the opportunity to come down pit road and fix what the mistakes were. But he's probably going to be a lap down right now. As the 77, the 16, and the 3 car, all 3 just passed him as he's on pit. Stories of the race, really, the 77 has been taking control of the race since the start of the pole. Hey, yeah, he's dropped back a few spots, and maybe it's not been looking good for the 77, but he's strong here over in these super speedway races, and he's been showing it. Yes, he'll drop back like I said, but look at him, he's back up on top. He has a couple of other people helping him, so maybe, like Duke said earlier, he's found his couple buddies. Oh, the 6 and the 16 got into it, and the 77 has hit the wall. Oh no! The announcer's curse is really bad because I was just talking about how good the 77 was doing. As the 77 hit the wall, major impact. He couldn't even get speed, and as we're under caution right now, maybe something else has happened.
Caution's out. Looks like the number 77, our race leader that was there, pounds outside safer barrier. Hopefully it ain't his. It hasn't ended his hopes for a win tonight. Yeah, this is the point in the race, check, where people's going to start bending fenders and getting mad, and they're not going to give you the same room that they gave you earlier on in the event.
Oh, definitely not, especially knowing from experience. Hey, once it's the first stage, from what I know, in the first stage, everybody's cool, calm, collected. Everybody's trying to get to know everybody else, figure everybody's line. And then, you know, once it comes to the second stage, it's like, all right, let's pick up the pace a little bit. We kind of know what we're doing. And then when it comes to the third stage, you know,
I think that was the end of the stage. I think that was the end of the stage. I don't think that was a caution.
Maybe it was the end of the stage.
It had to be, because on the onboard, I just seen where they... I think on the onboard it showed that it was the end of stage 2. Well, American Ethanol Green Flag.
But that was the end of the stage. We're getting ready to start the third stage.
And that number 16 of Roadhoggers placed himself right up there for the taking. He's your race leader for right now. Got 3 wide action further back with the 7 and the 3 and 17.
Coach dropping back little by little. He's top 3 basically the whole second stage, and now he's looking to try to get back into the bottom lane, as he did. He just squeezed right in front of the 11, and he probably pushed him
Oh,
down.
big wreck.
Oh,
4 cars involved.
Heimlich, big wreck. The
7,
big
the
one here
big
at
one.
Vega. Oh, a couple of
Big
cars have been
action.
collected over there in the back.
The 42, 48, 77, 31's involved. 4 cars involved. And caution is definitely out on Super Speedway.
Major damage to the 42, the 4. Looks at got the 7 into it just by a little bit, but a lot of damage here at Talladega. Oh no.
That looked to
Seven's
me
front
about
end
8
is
cars
horrible.
there, Checo, I believe.
I do believe a couple of the cars got to squeeze out of there and got to see the daylight, but a couple of other cars got to see the wall and the grass. So let's see what else. Oh, let's see what else we're in store. I called it. Once it's the third stage, all hell breaks loose. That was the second stage. The second stage, everybody started to warm up. That's why we got to see 2 wide racing. But now, here in the third stage, I'm telling you, everybody's going to want to get up to the front. So let's look for 3 wide racing.
As the American Ethanol green flag comes back out, this will be for the second caution, I believe, of the event.
Yes, I do believe, excluding the stages, I do think this is just a... No, I think this is the first caution. I don't think we had a caution.
Yeah,
so
you're
far.
right.
This is the first caution of the
Yeah.
season, and
This is
well.
going to be big. This is
ooh,
where
the
people
11
are
and the
not
4
going
tangled
to
up
give
just by
people
a little
room.
bit. Not a lot of room's being given as the 11 squeezes right behind his teammate, the 19, as the 22 just barely squeezes right there in front of the 3, and ooh, the 3 looks to have gone inside it with
Oh,
the
big
pushes that the
wreck,
3
big
was
wreck.
giving the 20.
The 11's involved.
Oh,
Huge
the
one
11,
again.
the 12, the 18, the 20 looked to have gotten involved until the caution came out in the game, and everybody just
That was a huge one. 77, our race leader from earlier on, and stage winner from stage 1 is involved. I don't think Def's going to be able to get back through this field like he was before. This is going to be tough.
especially with the circumstances that is now stage 3. A lot of people are going to want to go to the front. Not a lot of people are going to be willing to work with the other person.
This is where tempers is going to start flaring. People's going to be mad. They're going to feel like they got done wrong. And they might just show a little retaliation. And the thing about it is margin for error is going to be less. And patience is going to be thin. So, if you ain't on the edge of your seat, you should be.
With the drivers driving for their first playoff spot, like right now they're going on the green, and let's just see what we got. Let's see if we can even make it under a lap right now, as the second caution has just happened.
American
Going up
Ethanol
the
green
gears.
flags back in the air as they go side by side again into turn 1. Nobody's letting up. Number 16
it was
takes the
side by
lead.
side through turn 1 the whole way. Hey, Too Good wasn't giving anybody any space, and look, the 5 has just
You got the Hendrick
jumped
cars
right
on
in
the
front of him.
outside.
Hey, maybe we're gonna get the second line going as we see a whole bunch of other cars, as the 45, the 62, I believe that is the 8 car, the 48, and the 7 all jumped to
3
the outside,
wide.
and we have a 3 wide, a little 3 wide action going on over here, as Jason is left in the middle with nobody else trying to go, help him, as we see the high line trying to form up right here as Sniper's taking the
Checo,
taking the
clowns
point
to the
right
left
there.
of me and clowns to the right. Or jokers to the right, excuse me.
Hey.
Clowns
All
to
I
the
know is
left
if
of me,
I,
jokers
the
to the right.
18's around the 4.
Oh,
The 4
big
speeding,
action.
maybe this is gonna be a
Big wreck
the
again.
third caution has come out. Yep, huge impact for the 45 car back there. 77 looked to have been in the middle of that just by a little bit.
I do not want to be
44,
NASCAR
I
at the
don't
end of this
think-
event.
The 4 car has just retired his car, which I agree with. Sometimes you just get pushed over the limit. Maybe his car was damaged beyond repair, and he just ceased to drive it anymore. But we'll get more on that
That's
story.
second
and we'll
car
try to
out of the
inform you
event.
guys for next week's race.
Looks like we got a few cars on pit road that have completely exited. I will gather them for you here very short and give you that. Yep, just 3 cars are out of the event. Got the 2, like I said before, the 23 of Collins is out of the event as well. And the number 4 car of Jason is out as well. As your American Ethanol green flag is coming back out after our second caution of the evening, or third, excuse me. 2 big ones back to back. These drivers is going to have to calm down if they want to get to the end of this event and in one piece. This is where stuff's starting to ratchet up.
In this event, and
we got the 24 car out front. Look at there.
You gotta think, as a driver with 20 laps remaining and just so minimal time. I know that this is a big track, and 20 laps might seem a lot. You know, basically a minute a lap. But time's running out for these drivers right now. There's another pit stop involved. And if somehow, someway, everybody pits and they all get spread apart, whoever's in the lead, he's probably going to come out with a lucky win. So these drivers have to time out their pit stops and see what their strategy books have in mind. As the 3 goes under the yellow, I'm not sure if he was pushed under. And
he got shuffled down there a little bit.
3 wide with the 77, the 9, and the 20. It was the 20, now it's the 22, and now it's the 5. They're all just moving up the field, and we have 3 wide going on into turn 1.
Yep, you got the 2 savvy veterans up there on the outside trying to make it work, and it did not work. They went further back to about 15.
On board right here with the 22 of Jinxes, the 45 just...
Oh, you got action back there. Oh, they all saved it. It looks like they all saved it.
Only one car is around. I think that is the 48 of SC Motorsports. They're probably wrecking in the back. I think they're saving it. They're hitting the wall. I do believe we're still under green. They should be still under green right now. Yes.
And the 48 of SC Motorsports is retired from the event as well. Yeah, it looked like everybody saved it. This might be their saving grace here, Checo. You know, once you get everything kind of sorted out and everybody finally stops getting mad at one another, you can finally start racing. And I don't think we're done with cautions. I think that was just a calm.
I'm not sure we're going to be done with cautions just yet with a bunch of aggressive drivers. Well, not aggressive drivers, but with a bunch of drivers trying to make aggressive moves. It's going to kind of be difficult trying to hold your car steady and trying to keep going forward, as you say, you know? As this is Duke's pride and joy right now. He has the 24 card right there, center point at the lead. 24 right now.
Told you that car be there. But, you know,
right there in the lead with the 77 of Death Before Dishonor. As Duke said, he might not see Death up there, but look, I'm telling you, he knows his P's and Q's, and he knows how to get up through the pack. He's right there in second spot again.
Wow, he made it look quick and easy because that last caution, he was all the way back there. So he made a lot of smart moves whenever they were jumbled up 3 wide. Oh, we got a little slip by him. He saved it, come back up on the track. Looks like the 19 gave him a little bit of room. And everybody checked up and made it happen coming off the corner. Now they're going to probably have a huge run on that 24 and try to go on the outside of him. And he defends
the
that move.
77 looked to try to go to the outside and nobody went with him. The 19 looks to try to just stay right there and be glued to the bumper of the 24 car.
Oh, 7 got pushed out of
idea.
I don't think he's going to have many friends up there, but then again, you never know. You know, Checo, it's like that conveyor belt that we've seen the past couple of years with the older car. When they all get spread out like that, it's basically a game of musical chairs, and when you're the last man without a seat, it sucks.
Oh, it definitely does suck. Alright, here on board with the leader of the 24. He's just making it look simple with relative calm and ease. Just trying to win the race right now, which, hey, if I was him, I'd be stuck to that bottom line, which I don't know why he's not. He's trying to go to the middle and block something, but I don't think anything's coming for a couple of laps, as I think we're coming to 15 to go maybe. Let's see if my math is correct. We'll see right now. Yep, 15 laps remaining here in this event, as the 17 and the 9 look to have gotten tangled up just by a little bit. no fall play has happened right now. Everybody
Yep,
left to
and that
just
number
line back up.
19's hit pocket deep into that 24. Looks like you got the Gibbs cars right there. Oh, the 11 got shuffled out just slightly right there. And now he will go to the rear until somebody lets him in.
Yep, a couple of the Joe Gibbs cars right there in the top 5 position. We have 2 Hendrick cars. As the 9 and the 17 get tangled up just by a little bit again.
Yeah, they ain't looking so friendly out there in this race. This is totally different. If you just turned on the TV, oh, the 16 got hit and turned and did a huge flip. The 16 got messed up after that. That was a big accident for that number 16. I don't know if if they got a caution for him or not, but that was a pretty big event there. Looked like he got turned off the nose of a car and got hooked in an outside safer wall, and then a car hit him on driver's side underneath, sent him in the air.
Huge damage on that 16 car. As we have the 24 car coming to pit road with the 5 following right behind him. It seemed to have been coming down to the wire right now. Yes, pit roads were a factor in the first 2 stages, but with two cautions coming out in stage 3, I didn't think that they were gonna have to pit, but now they are.
Well, I think, like I said from before, I think pit speed or pace is about 12 to 10 laps, and you never know when that last caution is coming out, so you don't want to pit too many times. And whenever you're on the wrong side of that, when it ain't the last caution, a lot of times it kind of bites you. I think caution is out. Yeah, I think the caution's out. That might have been the end of the race. I'm not sure.
No, it's not. They're probably under caution right now.
Yeah, that was a yellow.
This is the first time we're under a manual yellow. Let's see how things play out right now. Gonna be their first time being under a manual yellow for these boys.
I think that yellow was for that 16 car from earlier, that accident.
Oh, Ryan Priest?
Yeah. At least that was a stunt double.
Yeah, you said he flipped a couple of times, eh?
Oh yeah, he took a major hit. They're lucky that car's even still on the racetrack because it was about to be out there with the campers.
Trying to get on board with the leader here. I see on the screen of Go Pack Go that it's the 7 of Hellcat, so I think everybody's just trying to catch up to him real quick.
Question for you, Checo. Is this the last caution?
Hey, with the amount of emotions that are probably going through everybody, and with 12 little laps remaining, hey, I feel like we're probably going to see one more.
Yeah, it looks like they're heading for pit road. We'll see how many takers we have here. Most likely
they
a
went
lot.
around the whole racetrack once. Now they're coming down pit road. They're able to.
There was a couple cars that pitted
road.
before this, so you might have a couple of guys that say out. I believe a 5 pitted and a couple others.
I think the 24 was one of them as well. So let's see if we're gonna have cars stay out. If it was me, I'd pit as well.
Yeah, like
Nothing beats fresh rubber.
our gas.
And we have the 24. We also have the 5. So everybody, everybody in the field fit or the field pitted. I was gonna say the field fitted.
And coming out off of pit road, we'll see who's going to have the race lead. It looks like the 9 of Too Good is going to have your race lead.
Race off of pit road goes to Too Good. Ooh la la.
The 11 of Bless is going to be in second, and it looks like in third is Frank. And then the number 20 machine is Payne Max.
Yep, Too Good is the leader of the race right now.
And that 77 to 19 is making their look right back into the picture as well. That
And
77 is going to be the guy.
You know, during the mid portion of the season, he's one of them that, you know, really cranked it up a notch. And, you know, racing against him during last season, you know, at the beginning of it, I don't think he was really pushing in, trying to be an aggressive driver. He was trying to be a calm guy. And it's like, we had to tell him, hey, you got to, what is, the 3, I believe he's getting his lap back.
Well, the thing about it is, you know as well as I do, it's like putting Bill France out there in a race car. You don't want to wreck that guy because most of the time he controls whether you come back. So if you wreck, if you wreck the owner, normally that don't work out too well. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people that's going to try to be nice to him, and I'm not saying they're going to give him anything, but
no, I feel like Too Good's one of the guys that, you know, they just have to respect, you know, just off the bat, because yes, he is the league leader, but also the way he carries himself, like everybody just respects him as a dude.
Well, we're gonna see what happens.
Right here.
Here's the choose rule they're coming up on at the start-finish line. We'll see who picks where.
Looks to look high. He's gonna take the high outside lane. Yep, he goes low. The 11 goes high. Frank stays low. 20 stays low. 6 goes high. Crispy Legend in the 19. He goes down to 9th place.
Yep, your front row is going to be the 9, 11, second row 42 and 6, third row 20 and 7, fourth row is going to be the 19 and 62, fifth row is the 77 and 62, and it looks like in the sixth row is going to be the 22 and 17. We're going to have a heck of a restart here. I don't think these guys are going to play nice. This was kind of the worst timing for Yellow because we finally got strung out where we could actually do some racing and without drivers getting in contact with each other. And bam, another Yellow comes out. So with this few of laps probably on the racetrack, we're in for a show. Tighten your seatbelts, boys. Like old Larry Mack used to say, reach up there and pull them belts tight one more time.
Yep, pull them tight one more time because we're probably going to be down to 11 laps to go.
Wow. Yeah, you had to say that number, didn't you?
I think it is 11 laps to go. I'm not sure. We're going to see here on onboard cam with 31.
After 10 to go, we are not getting any more yellows. So, that was the last yellow flag, if that's the case.
They're about to enter the Geico restart zone.
Here they go, and the American Ethanol green flag is back in the air for the conclusion of the Talladega race here and kill switch. Right now, the cars are getting back up to speed. Like we said before, it'll take about a lap and a half.
Go, not 11. They have 9 laps to go.
Well, 9 is the right amount of laps because that's who's leading.
Yep. Too Good look to steal the first playoff spot and start off strong with season 6. Hey,
and we got our past champion right there and our defending race winner of this race last year right there in second. Frank ain't going away anytime soon. He said, I won a championship. That was no fluke. And he's proving it here tonight.
He's told everybody that the last year group of drivers, he said that they were pretty good. So he counts himself as one of the top tier elite champions of the series. And I told him, yeah, right.
About 20 cars are left in this field. I believe 4 have retired from the event this afternoon. So, and I want to say about at least up to 18th is on the lead lap.
8 laps to go with Too Good right there in the lead. Frank following him with the 20 of Painswick right there, right behind him. Crispy Legend, another rookie right there in 4th place. Oh, yeah.
And you know how this is. This is just a calm before the storm. These guys are single file right now, but I don't see that lasting long.
Hey, if you're too good, you just hope you don't see that yellow flag. You hope that these last 8 laps go green. You're just hoping that everything goes your way right now. As we see a little bit of contact with the 11 and somebody else. I didn't catch the other number, but 7 laps to go here at Talladega for the Talladega 250 here at Killswitch. Ay, ay, ay. Gonna be a good finish coming down to the wire here, folks.
Like we said, get out the popcorn and beer because this is the time to eat it. If your nerves are like ours, you're on the edge of your seat right here or standing up.
As it coming down the Talladega Supers backstretch, or the Alabama Gang Super Speedway backstretch. Oh my goodness, this is such a beautiful sight to see. We got around 12 cars right here in frame, and they're just all single file line. We just watch. You're gonna have to wait for this double file line.
I think those guys back there are waiting to make a run, Checo. I don't think they're back there by not by design. Those guys are probably sitting back, ready to make a huge run on this lead pack to try to spice things up. And I'm trying to see who is the leader of that pack. It looks like a white car on the inside. I believe that's a 6.
With 6 laps remaining. What do you do if you're Frank?
If you're Frank,
you have a Frank. Oh, the 18 is in the wall. Hard lick. I'm not sure if that's going to bring out the caution. Oh! Yep. 18 spins.
2 cars are
Caution's
around.
Probably going to be coming out.
No more cautions
no
after unless
caution
it's...
is not going to come out, but maybe the game is going to be throwing a caution.
I think the
game
game did.
I believe the game has thrown the caution. Too Good in the lead with Frank in second. We have Crispy Legends in third, Painswick in fourth. I wish we had a scoreboard in this game.
One more car is getting, there's 2 cars that are lapped down. So it looks like we only have 18 in the event.
Hellcat running out top 6 with Colt's right behind. Oh, Colt was right behind them in the second pack.
Yeah, I'm about to get back in.
A lot of good drivers, a lot of...
Calamity Corner strikes again out of turn number 4. Bunch of cars getting together.
A lot of moves to be made right now.
As Too Good won the race off of pit road again, followed by Frank on the outside. That's going to be your front row as we approach the Geico restart zone with just 4 laps remaining.
Yep, I do believe we're going to have 4 laps to go in this race here. Too Good right there controlling the
flag is out.
Restart. And we have him entering turn number 1 in the lead right now with Crispy Legends behind, followed by Jinx, and that whole bottom line is pushing right now. Frank's just got to hope.
They're getting jumbled up. The 11 got shuffled out for just a split second. They're dicey coming up through turn number 2 down to the Alabama Gang Super Stretch.
I wanna clarify. It is 2 laps to go. So if anything else,
green, white, checkered.
Crazy. Here at the Talladega 250 here with Killswitch Racing League, and we have Tuga still in the lead of this race with Crispy right there, right behind him, looking for his first win here in Killswitch.
And there's a car we haven't talked a lot about.
Winning?
I'm telling you, that 22, we kind of haven't spoke about him much during this race, but he's sitting right there in third. He hasn't been really seen the entire event, but he makes known when to be up front. And he knows there's a checker flag coming.
Flag is out right here. Does Jinx have what it takes? Does he have the push in Colt? Is Colt gonna help Jinx? You just gotta hope that somebody's, got your back right now. If anything
we got one car
right
this
now,
wall back there.
We got the 77 right there making a line, trying to form it out on the high side, but Too Good still holding that bottom line.
3
strong.
wide for a split second. We got Colt in the wall with a 17.
Gonna have the caution come out, and the race is probably gonna end under caution. We got Too Good still in the lead.
Everybody's
right now.
still straight.
In the wall.
Right now, who's gonna make that pass? Will it be the 19? Will Too Good get his first win? And it looks like as they come to the stripe, Too Good is gonna win your race here. And Killswitch.
Too Good is gonna win the race here at Talladega.
Oh no, this ain't the end. I don't think. Yeah, that was the end. He won.
He has won the Talladega 250 here at Killswitch.
And I believe Jinx was second, and I believe Crispy was third.
Yep, we have Too Good, Crispy, Jinx, Roadhogger, and then 4x4 rounding out the top 5. The 11 finishing 6, with Death Before Dishonor having a a good race today. He put on, fantastic race today, finishing in 7th with Colton 8th, having a good top 10 run as he raced top 3 most of the race.
Look at all them marks on the pavement, man. There was a lot of them on the night. Sparks everywhere.
Yeah, he left it out. He left everything he had out there. In 9th, we have NWR Hellcat, and rounding out your top 10 is going to be Riley Coyote, which his gamer tag is Winston that we know him by, but it's that for right now. Let me see if this goes down a little bit more so I can get you guys the full ending. Yeah, with Chevy Noah in 12th. Painswick driving the 20 car finishes 13th. Go Pat Go, which is my pick to win the race, finishing on 14th. 15th is going to be Dave Ace, which followed behind him is going to be 12 of Yee. 45 to 42, which kind of sucks to be frank right there at the end, just nowhere to go. And hey, I know how he feels. You just can't defend your win here, and better luck next time. And
you know how Talladega is. It's like a game of roulette. Spin the wheel and see which number it lands on. I mean, it looks like
solid race with 2 good.
And it looks like the roulette wheel has picked the number 9, our race winner.
Let's get 2 good up in the mix real quick.
We gotta get Jinx and Crispy in here. They're probably dealing with a lot of stuff too. There's our race winner. Speaking of the devil.
Here's our race winner, him finishing up the donuts here. Let's get... Hold on. This is a new thing that we're going to be doing here at Kill Switch. I picked the wrong button, but... Here.
I'll interview last. I gotta try to get all these other fellas in here.
Yep, give me a second. Here, Duke, join this lobby that I'm about to make, alright?
Okay.
Do I need to send them an invite here?
Yeah. Send an invite to here and to the room that he's building.
Alright, I'm about to invite you, Duke, real quick.
Oh, there it is. I see you.
Oh, I should have made it private.
Or Crispy. Oh, there's Jinx.
Alright,
make sure you put it on Dega.
Invite. Yep. Alright, you're gonna...
Hey, if you can find Crispy, find him for me if you want.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get the other cat in here, and I don't see him nowhere. Yeah. That was a heck of a race.
It was chaotic at times.
Yeah, 3 big ones.
It's gonna happen.
Yep.
Honestly.
Oh yeah.
First few stages were fine, but when
people know if you're in the top, you're going to get loose spots, and they just panic or try to make a move, and it just doesn't pan out sometimes. There was a lot of accordion effect going on in that race.
Yes, there was.
All right, too good. There you go. You can do your burnouts. Duke boy, you can just watch him. Let's start off with, the third place finisher, Jinx. You called it out in the live stream. You said that you're going to be one to watch out for. How do you feel, finishing out a comeback race here at Killswitch and winning it over here? Or not winning it, but, finishing on the podium.
I'm going to go around one lap, Duke.
About as lucky as anybody who races a Talladega is. Lucky enough to finish and be where I was.
Coming back and, coming back to like a 25 car field? How did you think that you were going to put up?
I didn't know. I mean, there's a lot of new guys and not a lot of guys I knew or familiar with, but I mean, so I tried to, for the most part, stick around guys I knew. Just especially in a race like that where you're really relying on the person in front of you and the person behind you to actually do what needs to be done. And it worked out well. Tried to stay up front as much as I could. Went to the back a couple times, but was able to get up front. Really, just overall, the bottom feeding race that we all have come to know and hate.
Yeah, that's what me and Duke were pointing out. Most of the first stage, most of the second stage, and most of the third stage, it was just, it was that bottom lane, and if you weren't there, you were just losing spots and you were just falling back.
Yep.
Yeah, man. This is. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those races where you got to get people to understand that you got to be up there for 5, 10, 15 laps and have more than just 2-3 cars in a line for that top line to do anything. It's just people see on the top line where you're trying to get it going, and the bottom line is just freight training, and they just like, oh, I don't want to lose any more spots, so they drive back down. I mean, I went up there a couple times, tried it, but I don't think I left anybody up there, but if I did, I mean, that was just realizing that the top lane just wasn't going to come in when we wanted it, and I'd rather not be at the back of the pack.
Well, I was impressed watching your run, man. I didn't see you all race long, and I was talking to him at the end of the race about you quite a bit. You showed up out of nowhere. You always have that knack of showing up whenever it's time. Tell us about how you navigated from the back to the front like that. I mean, we've seen a lot of accidents. How did you avoid all of it?
Just staying smart, not being on the car in front of you bumper going into a turn or right before you enter the turn, because the accordion effect's just going to come back and get you. And just making small moves here and there, not trying to get greedy and trying to pass 2, 3, 4 cars at once, just get by them one at a time and then focus on the next car in front of you. When it came down to that green-white, after I realized, there's one to go and we're down the backstretch and I don't see anybody jumping out, so I was just going to stay there in third and just ride it out to the end.
Well, buddy, you made it look good out there. Proud of you. How does it feel to finish runner? Did you finish runner-up, or were you third? Okay.
Runner-up finisher, though, is in the party, and he's here. It's Crispy Legends, a rookie, and, for the first race of, his career in Killswitch, finishing on the podium isn't that bad, especially here at Talladega. How did you feel just getting out of all those wrecks and just being able to avoid everything just by staying out in front?
Did you find yourself early on not using the bottom? Like we noticed pretty early on that anybody that got up to the outside pretty much faded back in line. How effective was the top lane? Could you make runs out there with it, or was it just not a go-to? Well, man, it must feel pretty good to finish second place right off the bat. Got a lot of races coming up. You think you're going to be there pretty much all season, or you think that's going to be a one and done? All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on your second place finish, and we're going to go ahead and go to the winner here. He's over here doing donuts and about to get out the race car. Oh, too good.
You know he beat your
Over here
favorite driver,
finishing
right?
on the top spot on the podium. Maximum points today. Well, not maximum points finishing, but, you know, finishing first, locking himself into the playoffs. First driver to do that in the season. How do you feel, Too Good, huh?
Man, what did y'all think about that? I don't know, man. It was like Jinx and Crispy was saying. It was a bottom feeder tonight. I expected a little more, 2 wide, maybe 3 wide, most definitely 2 wide, but we never got it. But with about 10 to go, shout out to Frank and Crispy. We all pulled out and we got to run around them, and we all tucked back down. You know, a caution came out with about 7 to go, and that really killed Frank, put him in second place on the outside. And you know how it is on the restarting on the outside at a bottom feeding track. He didn't have nowhere to slide in. I'm not sure where he finished. I know he had a tough night, and I feel bad. But also shout out to that 19 car for sticking with me. I really expected for him to make a run. You know, new guy wanting to make an impression. But I feel like he made just as good of an impression with the way he raced tonight.
Too Good. You know, if he moved, I wouldn't have.
I know. There was a lot of guys committed to me and Frank tonight. I think we showed good speed. Me and Frank both fell back early in the stage 1. We pit and took 2 tires while everyone else took 4 and gambled, and it paid off. We got stage points, and I tried to work with everyone tonight. I tried to be as friendly as possible, so when it came down to that end, whoever it was would remember that I was for them earlier, and they'd repay the favor, and I guess it worked out for me.
Well, Talladega is definitely a place where you need a lot of friends, and it looked to me that you had them tied around you all night long. Wherever you went, they pretty much went with you. Just tell me about how basically you got from the back like that to get up on the front row for the last restart, because you're kind of mired back before that caution.
Oh yeah, I was way back there. Like I said, the bottom lane with everyone bottom feeding, everyone was wanting down there, and the checkups were huge. Well, I started noticing that those big gaps where people were prepared for them checkups. So we all got our run, and when me, Frank, Crispy, I think it was Colt, I don't remember them all that was down, there, but we all pulled out and we gained. I was sitting in 6th. I think I went from 15th to 6th in that event, and we had a caution come out. I bottom fed with everyone else. That put me in 4th. I think we had another caution came out that put me right there on the front row.
Well, buddy, you're the only one that can say this so far in the Kill Switch Cup Series. You're locked into the playoffs, man. Tell me how that feels going into the season.
Oh man, it feels great. I was not expecting to win. You know as well as me, my luck is not the best at these races, and I'm just glad that I can relax and start worrying about the playoffs already.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you because you know, last season at Daytona it was a similar. You were leading with somebody behind you. You know, a certain somebody was me, but you know, you had somebody pushing you, and you knew that they were behind you, and you didn't mess up this time. Do you think with that win? Yeah, do you think with those 2 wins that back-to-back, you swept the Bristol race, no?
Yes, yeah, all them wins going at Bristol, and then I won Kansas there with that whoever it was that ran out of fuel, and you ran out of fuel. But what really gave it to me was that Final Four, because with 9 to go, I got bumped out, and it is what it is. It happened, but it's made my pressure, my pipes not burst. That's a better way to put it. I feel like I'm more calm, and when I'm winding down laps, and you never know, y'all might see me up in the booth a few times this year.
Well, that's too good right there with a smack talk, laying it down. He laid down a gauntlet tonight and getting
I
that
want to
first
say
career
one
win
more
this year.
thing. I did win Kansas last year, and that's where we go next week.
I wasn't
Back to
there
back.
last year. I wasn't there for Kansas last year, just so you know.
There you go, winning the.
We will see. There's a lot that
Talladega
wasn't there.
race. Talladega 250 here at Killswitch. Too good already, locking himself into the playoffs. He's feeling good. We're gonna catch you guys here next week for Kansas, as you just heard from Too Good, the man himself. We're gonna be
Right
here
there with your
at
race winner, too
Kansas.
good.
Hey, what if he defends Kansas? Who knows? You guys are gonna have to tune in, find out next week. But that'll be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope
See
you guys
y'all
have a
later.
wonderful night. Yep, we out.
Okay.
Cut.